I was enjoying my morning coffee feet up on the porch when my phone rang with a chilling warning. New device tried to connect Linda iPhone. My blood spilt, not due to the name, but due to the fact that I live alone. My Wi-Fi is secure tight, and the only Linda I know is my next-door neighbor, the HOA tyrant, who once complained about my wind chime for sounding too melodic before I could even process it. Her voice cut through the air like a siren. "Hey, your signal's strong, mind sharing the password." I blinked, shocked by her audacity in broad daylight. I forced a laugh, hoping it was a jest. It wasn't. That was my first mistake. I live in a manicured suburban bubble where the HOA holds divine power over every blade of grass I keep to myself, pay dues, and avoid drama. Linda, though, feeds on it, staging crises over misplaced planters or unauthorized mailbox fauts. I'd remained off her radar until now. She rested on the fence with her latte as scepter, her smile oozing condescension. "It's not like it costs you," she said with false laughter. "Sharing's caring, right? I managed to keep it civil. Sorry, I work from home, need a secure, quick connection." Her smirk contorted. "Don't be so selfish. We're neighbors. Community over convenience, that cliché community over convenience lodged like a splinter that I should forfeit my privacy so she could stream her gazebo. I had assumed she'd drop it wrongly that evening. My Wi-Fi lagged slight buffering, but just enough to irritate my hackles. Checking my router logs, I saw dozens of failed login attempts by Linda iPhone. She wasn't even stealthy. I changed the password to a 20-character monstrosity of letters, numbers, and symbols, enabled device alerts, and prepared for more. The next morning, a note in furious cursive was taped to my door. "It's just Wi-Fi, don't hoard resources. HOA is about sharing," and signed, but unmistakably Linda's. This wasn't about Wi-Fi Anna Maria. It was personal. I tossed the note, ignoring her, to starve her interest. Another mistake at the HO meeting, Linda. Without naming me, decried stingy residents. "Some think their Wi-Fi trumps our kids' education. How can children study without yard access to the internet?" Heads nodded, I gaped. Neither of us had kids yet. I was the villain, the signal hoarder. The tired HOA president grumbled that private Wi-Fi wasn't their thing, but Linda's story took hold. I left plotting a reply in her terms, a Wi-Fi name that'd greet her every day. I relabeled my network Not for Linda. 911. Making sure it broadcasted loudly, the following morning her patio exploded. "Are you kidding? This is a joke!" She screamed. She stormed to my door, ringing the bell. "This is harassment," she spat, shaking her phone. "You targeted me." I pretended innocence. "Why would I unless you're trying to connect, right?" Her jaw fell. She stormed off. That afternoon, a violation notice showed up in my mailbox, accusing me of disruptive network naming. No HOA logo, poorly formatted, unofficial. I emailed the board. They assured me no such notice was sent. Linda had forged it, stepping into creepy territory. I restrained, wanting to play her game. Longer, armed with screenshots, logs, and footage from her doorbell. She thought she had me beat. I was 5 moves in advance. But how far would she go for a password? That's when it got crazy. Silence ensued, but Linda didn't back down. She plotted my tulips were drowned. Mud puddling from her mis-pointed sprinkler, a purposeful jab. I tightened my fence slat. She knocked it out overnight. I cemented it tighter. Staying silent at an unplanned HOA meeting. Linda railed some of the locals' stockpile equipment and cyberbull with network handle visible to children, eroding trust. The president's side, private Wi-Fi, falls under our auspices. Linda waved around a petition bearing signatures. Most neighbors seemed blasé. Some glared at me pitifully. Her dramatics failed, but she scowled in my direction. Post-meeting, undaunted, I refurbished my router, with device location, network fencing, and brute force notifications, rendering my Wi-Fi Fort Knox. I renamed the guest network Triland LOL Dead End Decoy. In an hour, she paced her front porch, fuming. Her niece, perhaps 15, hung around the fence with a tablet. Dropping a ball into my yard as a cover, I threw it back. Catching sight of a hacking app on her screen log indicated password guessing bursts from Linda iPhone. Linda had hired a teen with a bargain tool time to set a trap. I set up guest act-free and unsecured, appearing honeypot that logged connections while providing nothing. Attempts from Linda iPhone piled up. I set a captive portal connecting devices, saw Hi, Linda, this isn't yours. Remember complaining my mailbox was too shiny? Move on 10 minutes. Later, her backyard exploded in rage. You think you're clever? This is a hostile environment, she yelled. I shut the blinds unmoved. The HOA confirmed her forged notice was under review, and my evidence logs footage fake letter grew. Thursday, I caught a teen on Linda's porch with a laptop and signal booster cable littered, glaring in the direction of my residence logs, indicated admin and Wi-Fi crusher tries. I spoke with a cybersecurity acquaintance implementing forensic logging for timestamps and MAC addresses that evening. Linda's machines hung on the honeypot, providing an in-depth report. Friday, she knocked clipboard in hand, smuck. We're doing a tech audit because of signal interference issues. It's a new motion comply or it's legal. I glared. Send a formal letter, get off my property. She smiled and departed. Assuming I'd crack Saturday, Linda set up Digital Safety Day in her driveway mic speaker, tech awareness banner, flyers, warning of spying by her neighbor's Wi-Fi. She glared at me, suggesting I was the perpetrator. Neighbors shifted one left me. I snapped a photo, emailing the HOA with her scaremongering. The board made public Linda's earlier warning for forgery. My proof made their case stronger that evening. The teen hacker rattled. Nervous Karen offered me money to crack your Wi-Fi. I didn't realize it was this nuts. He handed me a USB containing recordings of Linda's orders, her laughter at my trick, her confession about the phony notice. A goldmine. I forwarded the sound video records forgery to the HOA with the heading Final Evidence. Monday, the neighborhood buzz. Linda's publicity stunt rebounded, lampooned in group chats. Tuesday's discipline hearing was intense. Linda sitted arms folded obstinate. The president outlined grievances that included mine and others concerning her handouts. She said I harassed her with Wi-Fi names. A board member rebutted, network names aren't our rule. Forging notices is I presented logs, screenshots, and played Linda's audio run it. I'll pay extra if you break his signal. Silence. Linda jumped up. That's fake. Another member raised an eyebrow. Public talk on your porch. She locked up. The president issued a 6-month suspension, a fine, and demanded an apology. Linda sat pale, speechless, leaving the air felt lighter. Neighbors smiled at a bulletin man. Wi-Fi protected by HOA drama. Linda excluded. Linda's house went quay, no decor, no rants. She stared blankly one morning, avoiding my gaze. A Craigslist ad appeared looking for Wi-Fi specialists. To investigate a cyberbully at my residence, I forwarded it to the HOA. Her credibility was dust. I changed my Wi-Fi remarks below. Linda creating community laughs. A teenager inquired if there was a comment box. I replied only for humorous ones. Linda's ex-husband Greg stopped by laughing at my Wi-Fi tale. She battled neighbors for Christmas lights. He added unshocked. He proposed a community event signal. Fest was born, a backyard bash on internet safety with games, and a slideshow of Wi-Fi names with a blurred not for Linda. 911. Neighbors brayed. Linda stood on the sidewalk, silent, then departed. A last Linda guest ping entered my logs, then disappeared. The HOA replaced her with a community-minded leader. Comments below Linda became a local legend, a nod to a war which united us. Linda remained silent. Her power lost one day. I'd rename the name for. Now it was a silent trophy.